Tao Te Ching 30. Whoever relies on the Tao in governing men doesn't try to force issues or defeat enemies by force of arms. For every force there is a counterforce. Violence, even well-intentioned, always rebounds upon oneself. The master does his job and then stops. He understands that the universe is forever out of control, and that trying to dominate events goes against the current of the Tao. Because he believes in himself, he doesn't try to convince others. Because he is content with himself, he doesn't need others' approval. Because he accepts himself, the whole world accepts him. Use Tao to assist the lords of the people, but don't use military force, for there will be retribution. Where armies camp, thorns grow. After armies leave, the harvest is poor. The wise get results and then stop, not daring to take by force. Results without bragging, results without boasting, results without arrogance, results only as a last resort, results without a show of strength. Creatures grow strong, then age. This is called not Tao. Not Tao soon ends. So you have your Wei Wu Wei that is alluded to in throughout the book as far as confrontation, stepping back, and advancing without force through retreat. So again, that's just the longevity approach or the endurance approach, the stamina, the flexibility, the ability to yield and knowing how to yield. So even if you have well-intentioned violence, it'll always rebound upon you because you're the one distributing it, and it has to return to you one way or another, either directly or vicariously. Your will is going to be used to punish you or discipline you, however you want to look at that. So the master does his job and then stops. Again, it's Wei Wu Wei, just having patience and not doing any more than you need to, so that you do things accordingly and that you have your energy on time and you do things on time. So you never overdo things from just compensation, whether it be, physical, mental, or emotional, spirit, whatever compensation. It comes from compensation, overdoing things. The universe is forever out of control. Again, it's like the process is what it is. You can't control it from the human perspective. You can only align with control. You can't try to control. You can't dominate nature. You can become it. That's how you can align with it, to not control it, but be a part of the control. So trying to dominate goes against the course of the Tao, or the nature of the current of the Tao, because the Tao doesn't need to dominate. It doesn't have to force anything. It's creative. It's not destructive. It's not rapey. If you believe in yourself, you don't have to try to convince others. Everything just speaks for itself. If you're content with yourself, you don't need approval, because your contentment and your blame ends within you. You don't have to go outside yourself for that. And if you accept yourself, you are the world. So the world behaves accordingly. Pretty simple stuff. Another wordy passage. Not doing things extra. And then, the Tao being the timeless and the eternal. Creatures, or the particulars, the particles, the parts of life, they have an age, they grow, they get stronger or weaker. Tao is consistent. The consciousness is consistent, doesn't get weaker or stronger, bigger or smaller. It's all encompassing, yet nothing. So, and rather than forcing things on people, you use the Tao to assist the lords of the people. You show people the way by going the way. It's one thing to conceive of the way. Conceptual knowledge is one thing, but actual knowledge is actually going the way. So you don't try to force anything, because you wouldn't want it to be forced on you. A lot of this passage is self-explanatory.